If you've never seen LeBron James play basketball, you've certainly seen him in television commercials or on the cover of national magazines. According to no less an authority than the Harvard Business School, LeBron James is now the third biggest name in the sports world, behind Tiger Woods and soccer star David Beckham, with earnings last year on and off the court of $40 million. It already feels like he's been around for a long time, but he's just turned 24, a prodigy who's lived up to his hype. His team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, lists him as playing the position of small forward, which is a bit of a misnomer since he's big enough to be an NFL linebacker, only much quicker. He also wants to be the first billion-dollar sports brand.
What do people get when they buy into the LeBron James brand?
You want to buy in? I don't know. I mean, you get me. It's all real. You know, I'm just 6'9" and 260, and just so happen to be very good at playing the game of basketball.
The Quicken Arena in downtown Cleveland is literally the house that LeBron James built, where the Cavalier superstar puts on the hottest show in the NBA. For his opening act, he tosses a handful of chalk in the air, a ritual that's become his personal trademark.
Stolen backside LeBron.
This is his other trademark. It's his sixth season as a pro,
Knocks it down.
and so far his best.
LeBron James with the drive and stuff.
He's continued to elevate his game, from passing to shot blocking,
Charge, throws it up, blocked by James.
from his outside game to defense.
Knocked away by LeBron James.
Some are now debating whether he will become the best all-around player ever. But when LeBron James is coming at you, don't bother to debate. Just get out of his way.
LeBron James with no regard for human life.
But of all the weapons in LeBron's basketball arsenal, he thinks the most powerful may be his brain.
What's the strongest part of your game?
The way I approach the game mentally, I think team first. It allows me to succeed. It allows my team to succeed because I'm always thinking about how can I help my teammates become better. I've always approached the game that way ever since I was a kid.
It's an unusual answer for a big-time professional athlete, but then LeBron James is a smart, well-grounded young man who's raising two boys of his own with his longtime girlfriend. Loyalty and togetherness are the threads that have held together his life, most of which has been spent within a 40-mile radius of Cleveland. He was born, raised, and still lives in Akron. It used to be known as the rubber capital of the world before the plants closed and moved away. Today, it's known as the home of LeBron James.
How's Akron doing these days?
Just maintaining, baby. It's always a struggle growing up in Akron, but we maintain it.
Did you grow up around here?
I grew up on every side of town. every part of town seen a little bit of LeBron growing up.
You moved a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
They were not the greatest neighborhoods, and he quickly learned a lot about life and survival, growing up in impoverished circumstances without a father.
Did you ever get in trouble?
Nope.
Never.
Never.
Why do you think? Lord knows there were lots of temptations.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. I never walked down that path. I don't know why. I think the man above and my mother just led me in the right direction.
Your mother. You give her credit for that.
Oh, absolutely. She get all the credit in the world for helping me become the man who I am today. Yep.
His mother, Gloria James, was 16 and unmarried when she had LeBron. And when her mother died at age 42, their situation became dire.
We had pressure as far as where the hell we gonna sleep at, from day to day, night to night. How we gonna eat from day to day, night to night.
When things would get really bad, she would send him off to live with friends, usually one of his basketball coaches, but she was never far away.
I didn't reside in a steady home at the time, and I wanted him to attend school until I could make our living situation better.
That turned out to be a good decision?
You tell me. It turned out to be a great decision.
So some of those up there are yours.
Yeah, 3 of them we got.
Athletics were always his calling, and school gyms his sanctuaries. A few months ago, we went back with him to St. Vincent, St. Mary's in Akron, so he could show his teachers and his high school coach, Drew Joyce, the bling he brought back from the Beijing Olympics.
Is that like the real gold medal?
Yeah, that's the real one. That's it. A lot of memories, though. A lot of memories in here.
Are you any place even remotely close to your peak?
I don't want to say I got a long way to go. I don't think I got a long way to go, but it's gonna take a little process.
Okay. Yeah, we go sit down. Are you going to do anything with this?
Oh, me? I'm not. You got it?
How many times can you do that in a row?
You know, I'm one take, baby. That's all. I'm just one take.
You could just tell he had done that many times here before, in a place where he made lasting friends and learned lessons that have endured.
When did you first realize that basketball might become a vehicle for changing your life?
Probably around the middle school days, 6th, 7th, 8th. That's one thing Coach Drew, my high school coach, my AAU coach, my father figure to me, he always said, use basketball as a vehicle to get to where you want to go. And I didn't know what that meant, but now that I look back on it, I was like, wow, we didn't let the game of basketball use us, we used it.
James takes the ball up the sideline, looking to
By the age of 12, he was traveling the country with the best schoolboys from Akron, playing in AAU tournaments against national competition. Touted as one of the best sixth graders in the country, James was already being tracked by professional scouts. When it came time to go to high school, his team decided to go to St. Vincent St. Mary's together.
So you brought your whole AAU team.
Most part, yep, for the most part.
And your coach.
Yep,
Here.
yep,
Package deal.
yep, package deal. Yep,
And you ended up with the national championship.
yep, ended up with a national championship.
By his senior year, ESPN was following his high school games and showing his highlights on SportsCenter. Before he graduated, LeBron's picture had already graced the cover of Sports Illustrated above the caption, "The Chosen One." LeBron wasn't particularly impressed since he didn't know at the time what Sports Illustrated was.
I just thought it was just another sports magazine. They wanted a sports figure, a guy that could play basketball on the cover. I didn't know how big Sports Illustrated was.
You know what 60 Minutes is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's an hour, right?
It's an hour.
Just a few months after being selected the most likely to succeed in his high school class, he signed a multi-million-dollar NBA contract with the last-place Cavaliers and a 7-year, $90 million endorsement deal with Nike, the most ever paid to a basketball player.
Cheers.
Another lucrative contract with Coca-Cola laid the foundation for what LeBron hopes will become a billion-dollar business empire. And it didn't take the enterprise long to begin paying dividends. 3 years after joining the lowly Cavaliers, he led them to the finals of the NBA championship with one of the greatest clutch performances in history. He single-handedly scored his team's last 25 points in a double overtime victory against Detroit.
The game was so magical. I mean, I still watch it to this day.
You didn't feel nervous taking those shots?
No. You can't be afraid to fail. It's the only way you succeed. You're not going to succeed all the time, and I know that. You have to be able to accept failure to get better.
Here I come! Cannonball!
3 years ago, LeBron took one of his biggest risks ever,
Hold that thought, I'm gonna call you back.
deciding he wanted to control his own image, not just appear in other people's commercials. He stunned the sports world by firing his agent and starting his own company to handle his outside business interests with some of his childhood buddies from Akron.
So I got to ask you, why did you decide to fire your agent and hire these guys?
I just felt like in order for me to grow as the person that I wanted to become, as the leader, as the businessman, I had to make a change, make something that I think could benefit myself and benefit the guys that was around me.
Two of his partners, Richard Paul and Randy Mims, had no business background at all, and the then 23-year-old CEO, Maverick Carter, had only a marketing course and an internship at Nike to draw on. A lot of people, including the commissioner of the NBA, worried that it might be a recipe for disaster.
Everyone said, what is he doing? Why would he give three of his friends, three young African-American guys, that's what they really wanted to say, right? Hand over his business to them at that level.
Yo, cool down some, okay?
But that's not the way LeBron saw it.
LeBron looked at it as, I know these guys, I believe in these guys, I trust these guys. I'm going to give these guys the shot. I'm going to empower them to do all the things they want to do and all the things they've seen and dreamed about doing.
They've been smart enough to surround themselves with some very good talent, hiring top account managers and lawyers, PR people, and publicists. It's won them credibility and respect in the sports business world.
You got a lot of money. You stay healthy, you're going to make a lot more money. You could just lay back and play basketball. Why is it so important for you to become successful in another area?
Because I have that gift. You know, God gave me a gift to do other things besides play the game of basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James.
He showed some flair for comedy hosting Saturday Night Live. And his dance routine at the ESPY Awards 2 years ago made all the highlight reels. Now you are just as likely to find him on the cover of Vogue or Fortune wearing a custom-made suit than on the cover of one of those sports magazines.
LeBron James gets inside. Oh, and a spin move and an easy low.
But ultimately his goals will be achieved or denied on the hardwood floors of the NBA, and he is having his best season yet. This season he is second in the league in scoring, has had a number of 50-point games, and given the Cavaliers a chance to enter the playoffs with the best record in the NBA.
What a monster jam by LeBron James.
What's next?
Hopefully NBA championship.
Important to you?
Very. It's one of the ultimate goals for me as a basketball player.
How close do you think the team is?
We're very close.
LeBron got that dream watching his idol Michael Jordan while he was knocking around this rec center gym. Jordan played until he was 40 and won 6 championships. LeBron is just starting out. His favorite sound is still the swish the ball makes slicing through the net.
You hear that net?
And he's only 24.